How's it going, guys? Sir Teapot here. Today we are doing some more STGU, which is Sir Teapot's gaming update, and this week is the week of... Wait, what week is it? June the 24th. I wasn't actually sure what week it was then. And this is episode 19 of STGU, and this week you're going to be covering all the upcoming games for this week, all the biggest news stories from last week that you may have missed, and all the little bits I like to put in between. So this week we're going to start off all the upcoming games. There's actually quite a lot of games coming out this week, so it's quite an exciting week to be fair. Starting off, we've actually got games coming out today. We have got Heavy Rain coming out on the PC. Then we have got Sonara Kagura Reflections coming out for the PC. And then on June the 25th, we have got Bloodstained Ritual of the Night coming out for the Nintendo Switch. We have got Devil May Cry coming out for the Nintendo Switch. We have got Hitman 2 New York expansion coming out for the PC, PS4 and Xbox One. We have got Irony Curtain from Matushka, I'm pretty sure I'm fucking butchering that, with Love, coming out for the PS4, and then it's coming out for the Switch on the 27th, and coming out for the Xbox One on the 28th. Then we have got Judgment coming out on the PS4. Then we have got Monster Jam Steel Titan coming out for the PC, PS4 and Xbox One. We have got Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden coming out for PC, PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. And we have also got Samurai Shodown coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One. And then we've got A7 Skies Unknown ADF01 Falcon DLC, that's a fucking mouthful and a half, coming out on June the 26th. And then games coming out on June the 27th, we have got My Children's Born coming out on PC. We have got The Sinking City coming out for PC, PS4 and Xbox One. We have got the Tour de France 2019 coming out for PS4 and Xbox One. We have got Virtue Racing coming out for the Nintendo Switch. We have got Wonder Boy Monsterland coming out for the Nintendo Switch. We have got games coming out on the 28th of this month. We have got F1 2019 coming out for the PS4, PC and Xbox One. And then we have also got Super Mario Maker 2 coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Now, moving on to the little bits I like to put in between. So we're going to start off with the upcoming game to play, and the upcoming game to play is going to be Super Mario Maker 2. I am actually wanting to buy a Nintendo Switch for this game. It actually looks like a hell of a lot of fun. It looks like a lot like the first one, obviously, like it is obviously just going to be a direct sequel, but they have added a lot more features to it. It looks a hell of a lot more fun. Go check out the trailer for it if you really enjoyed the first one. It is absolutely amazing. I'm very excited for it to come out. And then we've got the Achievement to Achieve, which is going to be in Rare Replays Conker's Bad Fur Day, which I actually played this week. In the top here above my head, I'm not 100% sure, I'm pretty sure it's that side anyway. There's going to be a card so you can watch the video where I play Conker's Bad Fur Day, but the achievement is to meet Greg, and it's only been achieved by 11.48% of people, and it is a 30 gamer score achievement. It is quite an easy achievement affair. So pretty much if you played the game, and eventually if you die in the game, you meet a character called Greg, which is actually the Grim Reaper. And it is quite a little funny interaction anyway in the game, but if you actually watch the video, you will see my interaction with Greg for the first ever time. Moving on from that, we have got the Game Pass game to play, which is actually going to be Rare Replay, to be fair, because Rare Replay is now giving everyone the opportunity to play a large variety of games, not just like... Rare Replay is not just one specific game, it's I think it's like 30 years worth of Rare games, and there's such a large variety, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. So picking up just Game Pass for $5 a month, or paying that £1 I believe it is at the moment, or $1 how much it is for a month at the moment, just to play Rare Replay and play a large selection of classic games, worth paying that extra, well, just worth paying £1 a month or $1 a month. So I'd recommend you pick up Game Pass if you haven't already, or if you already got Game Pass, download it, it's a hell of a lot of fun. Now we're moving on to the biggest news story from last week that you may have missed. Starting off, we have got Game Pass has also added Resident Evil Revelations, and it's going to be getting Goat Simulator added towards the end of June. So also, for speaking from last time, if like I said with Game Pass, there you go, extra games that are pretty good that I'm going to play obviously at some point as well in the future. And then we've got Flying Reptiles have actually been seen in Apex Legends, which is quite interesting. And I've seen that if you shoot them down, they actually do drop loot packages sometimes, stuff like that. So like the death crates, I believe, of people. So it's quite a cool little feature, and it's apparently teasing for the Season 2 Battle Pass. So I'm very excited. I'm actually re-downloaded Apex Legends, and I'm going to be going back and playing it in the near future. We have also got Harry Potter Wizards Unite is officially released, and it is now available on Android and iOS. and it actually looks like a hell of a lot of fun. I know someone that's actually been playing it recently, and I've been seeing what it's like and stuff like that, and it actually looks quite a lot of fun. Not something I'm specifically into, but I enjoyed the Pokemon Go, and it seems to have the kind of style to it, but a lot more inclusive, so you can still sit at home and enjoy the game, but it's still, you can earn more by going out, and it is a bit more like, doesn't just force you out of the house constantly, which is a lot better. Moving on from that, we have got Professor Layton and Pandora's Box, which isn't the official name in the US. I can't remember what the US name is for it, but it is going to be releasing on mobile. It has released on mobile, I'm pretty sure, actually, in HD, which is actually quite exciting, to be fair. The Professor Layton collection is a hell of a fun series. If you've never played Professor Layton, I seriously recommend you check it out. It's so much fun. Like, it is a puzzle detective game where you play as Professor Layton, and you have an accompanied friend, like a young chap called Luke, I believe he's called, if I remember correctly. And I grew up playing these games, and they were very challenging on the mind, to be fair, and they were actually a lot of fun. And they are quite in-depth, interesting stories, and they get you thinking quite a lot. So I'd recommend you actually check these out if you've never played them before, especially now they're on mobile. Moving on from that, we have got Just Dance 2020 is going to be launching on the Nintendo Wii, because apparently the Nintendo Wii version of Just Dance is still selling quite well all around. Like, it's still apparently getting sales, like brand new copies are being bought still to this very day of Just Dance, like the last rendition. I can't remember which rendition it was. I don't know if they actually released it for 2019, to be fair, but they are going to release in the 2020 version onto the Wii, which is quite interesting. So there must be at least a decent market there for them to actually do that. So we'll see what that actually, how the sales do, because I'm actually interested. I might actually come back to when that actually officially gets released, when it comes up on my like release date things, and I'm going to look how the sales actually do on launch day, because I'm going to be intrigued by that one. Now we've got EA have called loot boxes surprise mechanics, and also they have said they are used ethically. So surprise mechanics, in the quotes that they said, is in the sense of it's a surprise chance, or like opening like past the parcel, like you could rip open any layer and you could get you could get £5, you could get a lollipop, you could get a lump of coal, who fucking knows, it's just pot luck. That's not how loot boxes work, and they said them running it that kind of systems, their mentality like that is ethical and normal, and that's perfectly fine to even think like that. That's not right, I don't think. That's not good. They shouldn't even. That's just such a bent way of trying to work around loot boxes, and like trying to manipulate people still to buy loot boxes, even though they are obviously gambling, because it's not about surprises, it's about chance of winning something that you want, like a exclusive kind of thing, and that is just technically gambling in a sense. Like it is, because especially if you can put real world money into it. Like, if you can't put real world money into it, then that's not gambling. If you just collect them in game and then you get the chance by unlocking them in game through loot boxes, that'd be fair. But trying to make people spend the money on it is absolutely wrong. Anyway, moving on from that, the good news, final bit of news, the best bit of news: Gears of War 5 will not have any Gears, but they've called Gears packs, so like where you could open stuff and get skins and stuff like that in the last Gears of War game, which everyone hated. And also, there will be no season pass for Gears of War 5 whatsoever. I believe, as far as I'm aware, as if I read it correctly, DLC will be completely free. But from what I could read, there wasn't any intention maybe that there was going to be any DLC. Maybe they were just going to put everything in the game from the get-go and then just had like multiplayer maps eventually and stuff like that. I don't know what exactly. It seemed very odd how they implied stuff. And if you want to read the article, go search it up. It's pretty easy to find. I couldn't make much sense of it. They seemed very backwards and forwards with how they was implying how they were going to implement no season pass. Like they could have brought out free multiplayer maps, but no campaign maps. But they said they could like bring out more extensions of the campaign. Like it seemed rather odd how they explained stuff. It was rather strange. Well, anyway, the last thing I do want to mention, you guys, before I finish up, because I have been very absent this week on the YouTubes. I normally upload daily, which is odd for me to not upload daily. I think I uploaded daily for like 4 or 5 months nearly now. And then I missed some days because I've moved into a new place, as you can probably tell by my background. And now I have officially got good enough internet to be able to live stream every single day, basically. I've been doing either like an hour, 2 hour live streams on an evening, like 11, like British Standard Times, like 10, 11 o'clock. And if you want to watch me Twitch stream, my Twitch is Sir Teapot YT. So if you want to just search that in your top bar, it's twitch.tv/Sir Teapot YT, or just go over to twitch.tv and search Sir Teapot YT. Drop me a follow, put notifications on, then you'll know when I'm streaming. Jump into the chat and we can have a good chat and chill out. That's what I like to do. I like to have a conversation with you guys, involve as much fan interaction as possible. I want to get as much out of having a connection with a community as much as possible, because that's what I thrive off on YouTube. I love being able to read the comments, and if I can get comments live and get interaction with you guys live, that's so much more fun. I think it's a much better experience, even for you guys as well. It's much more interactive, so I seriously recommend it. And even easier for you guys, if you want the direct link to it, down in the description below there will be a direct link to it. Well, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. If you did, make sure you leave a like and do subscribe. And if you do subscribe, you do become one of my loyal subjects. Anyway guys, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and peace!